If you lose your name, she binds you into her book. And once you're a story on her shelf, you never get out. The wind howled like whispering voices as 12-year-old Nora stepped through the rusted iron gates of Willowmere Public Library. Everyone in town called it the Quiet House. Not because it was peaceful, but because it took voices. Nora didn't believe the stories. Not really. Her little brother Jamie had gone missing 2 days ago, last seen walking up the cracked steps of the abandoned library. That was enough to bring her here, flashlight in hand and heart thudding like a warning drum. Inside, the air was thick with dust, and silence so deep it pressed on her ears. Every step echoed louder than it should, as though the building were listening. She whispered, "Jamie?" No answer, only rows upon rows of ancient wooden shelves, towering high like trees in a forgotten forest. Books rested on them, but these weren't normal books. The covers were thick, fleshy. Some pulsed faintly, others had teeth. Nora shivered. She tightened her grip on the flashlight. That's when she saw it. A book with Jamie's face on the cover. His eyes were closed, like he was sleeping. His name, Jamie Elliott Carter, was stitched in black thread across the spine. "No," Nora breathed, stepping closer. She reached out. "Don't touch it." The voice was low, crackling like paper. From behind a shelf stepped a woman, if she could still be called that. Her skin looked sewn together from parchment and thin leather. Black ink oozed through the cracks in her hands like veins. Her hair spilled like ribbons made of wrinkled paper, each strand covered in script written in dozens of languages. She wore a long librarian's gown made from library cards. Her name tag, pinned to her chest, simply read, "Ms. Ashwin, Head Archivist." "I care for the forgotten," she whispered, her mouth stitched into a tight smile. "The nameless, the lost, the abandoned. Would you like a reading card, dear?" Nora backed away. "That's my brother. Let him go." Miss Ashwin's head tilted slowly. He forgot himself, spoke his name aloud in the mirror wing. The shelves heard, the ink wrote, the skin bound. He is safe now, shelved properly. Nora's eyes darted to Jamie's book. His face twitched just barely. He was alive. "I want him back," Nora said firmly. "Tell me how to undo it." The librarian blinked slowly. "Names are sacred here. You lose your name, you lose yourself. If you want him back, you must find your way, without forgetting." Through where? Through the stacks of silence, past the whispering aisle, to the inkheart vault. But beware, each shelf hungers, and if you speak your name again, I will bind you too. With a flick of her hand, Ms. Ashwin vanished into ash. Nora picked up Jamie's book, but it was heavy. Heavy like fear. She tucked it under her arm and began walking deeper into the maze of living books. Each row whispered, names, stories, screams. She passed the stacks of silence, where the air was so still it made her ears ache. Every breath she took felt stolen. Then came the whispering aisle. The books here talked. "Do you remember your name?" One hissed. "Give it to us. Just a whisper. We'll hold it safe." Nora pressed her hands over her ears and ran, Jamie's book thumping against her chest. Finally, she reached a carved stone door with inky vines slithering across it. It read, "Only the unwritten may enter." Beneath the words, a quill floated in the air. No inkpot, just the feathered pen. Nora understood. She held her breath and didn't write her name. Instead, she wrote, "Jamie Elliott Carter belongs to the world, not to the shelves. The door groaned open. Inside was the inkheart vaulter room, with a ceiling made of cracked glass and books flying like moths around a central pillar. At its center was a pulsing tome, the Book of Binding. Nora stepped forward, Jamie's book still cradled in her arms. Miss Ashwin appeared once more, her voice cold. "You challenge the archive. I reclaim what was stolen." She opened Jamie's book, his eyes flickered again. He was trapped, but close. Nora snatched the Book of Binding and turned its fleshy pages. Her fingers burned where they touched the ink, but she read aloud the words. "To undo the script, speak not your name, but the bond that called you through the flame." "I'm his sister," Nora said. "I never forgot him. I came for him." The book thrashed in her hands, black ink, spilling like blood. Ms. Ashwin lunged, her arms unfolding into long quills tipped with bone. "You will forget. You all do." "No," Nora growled. "Not this time." She pressed her hand to Jamie's cover and screamed, "I remember you!" The vault exploded in white light. When Nora opened her eyes, she was outside. The library was gone, replaced by ruins and wind-blown leaves. Jamie lay next to her, breathing, eyes slowly opening. "Nora?" She laughed, crying. "You're back." He blinked up at her. "Where was I?" She didn't answer, just hugged him tight. But somewhere in the wind, the sound of pages turning still echoes, and a stitched librarian waits for the next child to lose their name.